Hey, what's going on? It's E. Jones.
Black Elvis.
Bottom to the top hoops.
Yes, sir. We're in the building.
Way back. When I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. BCOM TV, man. Make sure you get on that website. Get that good bottom to the top gear. BCOM TV gear coming soon. Big shout out to you on all the success.
Thank you, brother. I mean,
decisions.
I'm not letting you do it that way.
Yo, bro.
Big shout out to City Legends.
Yo, man. I know the decisions is over 1 million views come together in all of the shows, man. Big shout out to my man Jiggerville, Malik, Marlon, Mikey, everybody in decisions, man. Y'all doing a great job. Make sure you log on to BCOM. Yes, sir.
Decisions.
It's the life we given. On the block on the grind, it's the life
he got killed.
Get ahead and people blocking your vision. Don't want to go to prison, then you better
June is dead.
Word, it's like that.
The wiretap that we were using on June, maybe we can use it on this guy Mikey.
But sometimes we gotta take it upon ourselves to make things happen.
Let me tell you a small town.
They got 5 to 10.
They gave him 5 years self-defense, and the boy only was trying to defend himself.
There's corruption. There's police brutality.
It's the life we given. On the block, on the grind, it's the life we living. When you're trying to get ahead and people blocking your vision, don't want to go to prison, then you better make that decision.
Ran for them children. Ran for Mikey and all them boys.
That was my brother. You not acting like you love him, man.
When you're trying to get ahead and people blocking your vision, don't want to go to prison, then you better make that decision.
Bud. You know, the kind of weed that you smoke and you can't even smell it.
It's not just a web city, it's a movie. Let me tell you a small town with a bunch of black guys in the hood trying to prevail.
Not playing. The DA's coming here. We got to convince him that this is not over. He's not going to convince us that this is over.
It's all over.
This is what it's all about?
This is what it's all about.
You get some hot mommy to get up in there and get close to one of them, and you're in.
Don't say no more. I got you. I got just the right female in mind.
Catch that. So, man, we want to have some fun today, Al. We always talk about a lot of issues and topics and concerns. Let's just keep it lighthearted today.
Okay, let's keep it light.
Let's talk about the history of New York City basketball.
Love it.
Who was your favorite player, your idol in New York coming up? Favorite player to watch?
Favorite player to watch or favorite player that I had a relationship with?
Both.
I would have to say Brian Reese.
Okay.
Brian Reese is
He
the
reached
reason.
Castle Projects.
Yeah, he's the reason I went to Town.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because I knew Mark from Pathways for Youth, and I used to be in there, and Brian used to come in there and get extra work, so I wound up getting cool with him. Then he found out I played for the church, because he seen me had that good yellow and blue bag. So then he said, yo, Mr. Lloyd, you know my little boy, my little man Elvis? He was like, oh, you know him? He's like, yeah, that's my family. It was over.
Showed you love.
I was in.
Mark King, to be exact.
Mark King, shout out to Mark King, shout out to B. Reese.
Yeah, man, Pathways for You.
Yeah.
So you said it was 2. Who was the other one?
And I would have to say Shane the dribbling machine, believe it or not.
Wow.
You know, he grew up with my brothers, and you know, they used to always pull him to the side, yo, give him that work. Shout out to D. Frazier too, because they used to always make us battle.
Yo, D. Frazier, that's my man. We played together on the Gauchos too. Man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with mine, man. My favorite player to watch was probably Pookie Wilson. God bless the day. They call him the MVP of the park. A lot of people don't know this about the history of Pookie. Pookie Wilson actually played in the CUNY. Yeah, man. I want to say he played for John Jay. And man, he would get 50 and 60 and he was just a playground legend, man. I feel like Pookie had legitimate talent to be a professional athlete.
Wow.
You know, he had his struggles, and Pookie was a dude right over there from St. Mary's, man. And I knew him because he would be at my house. My dad coached Pookie Wilson and Terminator in the backcourt at 12 years old.
Wow. Shout out to your dad too, because I know a lot of players who really know your dad.
Yo, bro, they was in my crib. So I saw Pookie's ascension. You know, I was a basketball junkie at a young age, and man, rest in peace to Pookie. He was definitely my favorite player to watch coming up.
Okay.
And I saw NBA players. I saw, you know, a lot of guys, and probably my second favorite would be D-Mac. Darryl McDonald, man. I didn't get a chance to meet him until later. He was at the crib too one time with Chick from Chick All-Stars, man. And you know, I had a lot of fond memories of players growing up, man. And, you know, I always had that feel for 55th, and before that, it was Entertainers on 139th Street in Lenox.
Absolutely.
So a lot of good history. What was the best AAU or high school game, or one or both that you saw?
That I saw.
What even been a part of?
All right, AAU when I went to Little Lads with Ray Foster. We was in the backcourt.
Wow,
That
big
was-
shout out to Skip.
That was my first experience of going on the road and being with like top tier players, and
Who else was on that team?
it was Rafa, it was it was Noella. Noella went to Stepanak. It was B.J. Robinson.
This was a Riverside team?
Yeah, this was a Riverside team.
Wow.
It was 13.
Reem wasn't playing?
Reem was on the other team.
Okay, copy.
We went to Little Lads in Jersey. Reem and them went to Phoenix.
BCI.
Only crazy thing about it is we had Rafa. We was wondering why Rafa ain't going.
Right. But did y'all win it?
We took it because of Rafa.
Oh. Okay, Skip, I see you.
They knew, let Rafa go with them. He can rock out.
Okay. Was he new to the team?
Yeah, he was actually new. This was all,
Wow.
We always knew. Like the only one was there was maybe 2 or 3 other kids,
Okay.
and they was in the ocean once the new kids came.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a great experience.
Yeah, that was an experience. What about you? Let me, cause you know how.
Well, since you talked about a game that you was a part of, I'm gonna follow suit.
Yeah.
It was probably the game we beat
AAU.
AAU?
Yeah, because not high school yet. I can give you mine.
Okay.
AAU.
Okay. So AAU, a game probably that we lost. It was Gauchos versus Riverside. It was AAU regionals, and my man Jermaine Sunshine Smith.
Woo!
Man, we had a chance. It was Dana Dingle, Danny Bays, who was playing at, I believe it was IS8. That's where they used to play the AAU regionals in Queens, and sure enough, man, we was down by 1, and Sunshine tried to dunk it on the break. We missed it, bro, and we wound up losing that game in OT. It was a crazy game.
Yeah.
Like, I was in St. Rita's, I was a freshman, so it was players who I played against that was in my school. So it was crazy, man. It was a crazy situation, but it was a great game.
All right, you said, now let's see high school. High school, I would have to say when we played, let's see. I would say when we played at the Garden against Stephon Marbury, but it's
Hold
like,
on a second, you got something bigger than that? City chip?
well, I mean, and that
Shout out your team, man. Shout out your team.
Shout out to like B. Wheeler, Joaquin Reeves, let's see, Jamal Hunter, Boomer.
Y'all a pound, bro.
Yeah, we had a nice little crew, yo.
Yeah,
Nice
a
little
couple
crew.
transfers.
Yeah, well, that's what it was that senior year.
Big shout out to Talenton and Rice for sending that team to King.
That was a Talenttown Rice High School.
Hello.
Yo, but I gotta say the city chip because that was just the city chip. But I would have to say,
And Steph.
and we beat Steph. And Steph was like all everything at the time.
Steph was a god.
No, he was like all everything at the time.
Right.
Like we had a practice and for the first time, Johnson's wheeling out the TV with the VCR. We're like, come on, my dude, it ain't that serious. Oh, no, it was that serious. Steph, and I think he had 27 in the chip. Joaquin Reeves and Bernard locked him up because, they kept throwing both of them at him.
Right.
You know, but like back to what you asked, I would have to say when we played Brandeis, I had 10 threes.
Wow.
Against Brandeis.
That was your
At
personal
Brandeis.
best?
Yeah, that was my personal best. And
Okay.
like I said, team best is of course winning the city championship.
So my team best probably would be at St. Ray's my junior year with Bleak Talentine with Wayman Boone, Terrence Bethel, Ruben Rivera, Brian Reese, Red Autry. It was loaded. It was loaded, man. My man, Big Chris, he was a 6'6" big that they had. And, you know, we had beat Jamal Mashburn. We beat Sean L. Scott. Or Hollows with Arthur Anderson, Ray Lynch, Dexter Dunbar, Colin Johnson. They was loaded, man. My man Cookie Williams, we beat them. And this was all in 1 week. And the capper was we beat Talentine at home. Coming out party for T. Rencher. He talked about that on the show.
He talked about that on the show.
And he had 31 scouts in attendance. First time St. Ray's ever in top 25 in USA Today. Yeah, man. They still got that picture up, starting 5. I wasn't in the picture.
Got you.
But best personal game, still hold the record for rebounds at OSL. I had 34 rebounds in a game.
34 rebounds in a game. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was me, Darryl Parsons, Ralph DeJesus, bunch of cats, man. We played a game against Friends Academy out of Long Island, and I believe Friends was in Long Island. But yeah, so Darryl Parsons used to get left in the game by Mr. Booker. God bless. He'd be like, yo, I only need 3 more to get 40. I'd be like, yo, my G, I need 2 more to get 10. Like, you know, you get double figures, you get in the daily news.
Got you.
So that was my struggle. So my coach told me, yo, if you wanna start on this team, as a transfer your senior year, you need to get on the boards. So I averaged 15 and 15, but that's another story.
Nice.
Same size I am now.
He never grew up.
Park gorilla. That's how I give it up, son. That's why I'm so aggressive. I done played a 4 all my life.
Wow.
And I went to college and played the 1.
Yeah, that's ill.
That's New York.
Yeah.
But you know,
that's New York.
Yeah, man. So I got another one for you, man. Defining moment in your basketball career where you either said, man, this ain't for me, or man, I could really play.
Yeah, mine was early. Sorry. 9th grade, Talentine. All boys school, all boys school. Mr. Lloyd just telling me, Cardinal Hayes or St. Raymond's. He was trying to send me with Kareem.
Right.
I went to Scanlon. Now this was before Scanlon is what it is today.
This is not. I wasn't 9th grade though. It wasn't.
This was 10th grade.
10th grade.
After Talentine closed, everybody was worried about ball. I was like, y'all going to all boys school? Oh, it's over. Yo, literally, Mr. Lloyd came into practice and said, Blount, come here. What are you doing? I said, what do you mean when I'm going to skate? He said, no, what are you doing? You don't want to play ball no more? He's like, I was like, yeah, but you know, as long as I'm playing AU ball, see, it's not like today. It's over. So
you knew?
I knew.
You started having fun?
I knew. I just said, yo, I'm just going to try to get me a scholarship.
There you
go to college for free. I wasn't Steph, and I wasn't trying to be. I dealt with reality early. That's why I have no problem when I used to coach telling the kid, yo, man, you have good work. You know, there's other things in basketball you can focus on.
You're not that good, kid.
Yeah.
You know what? That's one of the hardest things to do to tell a kid. Yo,
it is. It is. It's very hard.
My defining moment was I actually stopped playing ball for a little while. I was focused on being a Division I athlete, and you know, I was getting some looks. And when I committed to junior college out of high school, I was so disappointed because I was a qualifier. Just to share with people talk about being honest. I had the SAT scores and a grade point average. I just didn't get a school to take me, right? That's the honest truth. I wasn't good enough at the time for somebody else to say, we want to take you on a Division I scholarship. So I went to JUCO and tried to reprove it. And at the end of the day, my career is what it is, right? But I was so depressed because all of my peers and the people who I came up with, now mind you, I was a year younger than them. So I graduated high school at 17, and it wasn't as prevalent with people going to prep school.
Yeah.
People always talk about, man, if you would have went to prep school, no, it happened the way it was supposed to.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And that was a moment where I could have went either way.